My name is Matt Muyanga. I would like to introduce our guests tonight. On my far right is Mr. Albert Sombolay.
Albert Sombolay, S-O-M-B-O-L-A-Y.
Right, Albert Sombolay, and he's the president of ACCGCA.
Yes, the ACCGCA, which stands for the Association of the Congolese Community in the Greater Cincinnati area.
And then next, right here near me, is Mr. John Genzi. He's the president of KCA, and
KCA stands for Kenyan Cincinnati Association.
And thank you very much for taking your time to come to our programming tonight.
A pleasure.
And I know it's a very busy schedule for both of you, and we appreciate that. I'm going to start with Mr. Albert, and basically I would like you to explain to us, the mission statement for your organization, the ACCGCA, what your mission is and what you do. Just give us a brief introductory.
Thank you. Well, 3 years ago, we decided to create this organization, and basically what it is to create an environment in which members can find mutual assistance, mutual guidance, but most importantly, to promote an awareness of African and African-American culture and heritage.
Okay, that's good. And how long have you been in existence?
We have been in existence for 3.5 years now.
Okay, 3.5 years. And so about 2002 or
2002.
2002.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how large or how big is your organization?
The organization is about right now, all the families together, children, fathers, mothers, single, all the students. We're good 55 members strong.
Okay, that's good, yeah. Could you explain to us what are the activities that ACCGA does, and what is your the activities that go around in the communities?
We do meet once a month. We do hold General Assembly meetings once a month at the house of each member. Okay. Or those who are willing to receive us.
Wow, that's good.
Very soon, we probably be holding our meetings at the City Hall, because we were able to negotiate something with the City Hall, and probably we're going to have our address over there. But as it stands right now, we're meeting at members' places. Okay. And some of the activities, besides weddings, graduations, Independence Day celebrations, fashion parades. We do support each other constantly on different events. There's a whole array of events that we participate in, and very recently we even organized something on behalf of the Hurricane Katrina. Okay. And so it really depends. It depends. We have a whole array of activities and events.
Okay. Do you involve yourself within the local communities?
Yes, we do involve ourselves in the local communities. One of the things that we are trying to fight is to kill all these myths, all these prejudgments and misunderstanding of the African culture. And we would like the people of the United States to understand that African people are very, very peace-loving people. We open our arms to all of them. We would like to kill some of these things that have been created among us, and show that we are people, who love peace, who love intermingling and exchange of ideas. And so we into the African Americans community, as well as the Caucasian community. We all over the city.
So in other words, you're trying to connect to all these communities and create an awareness of what Africa is, instead of trying to hear Africa when it's time of war, or time of bad news.
Yes, sir.
That's very good. I know you. Do you have a website where members can or the community can be able to reach you and find out more about your
I
organization?
knew that question was coming. We're working on our website.
Okay.
We do have an address, but we won't make it public until it is functioning, and that should be at the beginning of the month of October. We've got developers right now working on our site. There are a number of things that you got to do in order to be functioning, and that is going to be accomplished probably before the 15th of October. And when that address is available, we will communicate the community. We'll pass it on so that people can reach us.
Okay, that's very good. Recently, you had a celebration, Independence.
Yes, sir.
Could you explain a little bit? I know you had a few guests.
Yes, sir. We had the blessing of Mr. Donald LaRosa, Buddy LaRosa, the founder of the Rosa chain of pizza, who is, I don't know if you know, that's Roger Bacon High School is his alma mater.
Right,
So
okay.
he was able to intervene, and we had the place and organized our party there. We had a good showing there. It was actually a fundraiser at the same time, because we are operating under 501(3) IRS nonprofit organization status. So it was a very good party, good showing, and I believe we do have some DVDs to speak of and to show for the entire duration. We stayed there overnight.
That's very good.
It was a good fundraiser.
Looks like everything is going on good with your organization.
Yes, sir. Like anything, we do have our ups and downs,
Yes.
but the thing is that we remain strong. The state of our organization is sound, is strong, and everybody gets along just fine. Where human beings meet, you're going to have problems. You're going to have different characters, different backgrounds, different emotions and whatnot. So we're not an exception, but I'm here to say that our organization, our association is strong, and we can only see a better future.
Well, thank you very much. I'm going to turn over to John Genzi, the president of KCA. Would you please introduce yourself to our audience and our viewers and listeners, and tell us what KCA's mission is, and what, first of all, KCA stands for.
Thank you very much. KCA stands for Kenya Cincinnati Association. It was started about 2.5 years ago. What happened is 2 or 3 members met together in somebody's house. They discussed, and they found there was a need for Kenyans to come together. After that, they called some people. We met. About six people of us, we met, we discussed, and we decided that we form an organization. Our mission is first and foremost, which is very important, to bring all Kenyans together within the metropolitan area of Cincinnati and adjoining cities of northern Kentucky and Indiana. The other thing we do is to promote, help students adapt to the American culture when they come here from African countries. Mm-hmm. Because whenever they come here, they have some misconceptions. Everything is going to be easy, school's going to be easy, job going to be easy, but I've found that the first 1 month makes make a lot of difference in a student's life, because they find that it's so hard. Money doesn't come easy. They have to work hard. They have to look for food. They have to go to school. They have to work. And most of them, back at home, they used not to do that. They used to be living with their parents. Therefore, they are not used to hard working. So if we found that if we don't give them guidelines, help them, most of them fail. And in some instances, we have found that in the long run, there are cases where some students have committed suicide because they could not stand.
Because of lack of guidance.
Lack of guidance.
Right.
And so by doing so, I think we are doing something very important.
Yes.
Also, we encourage and bring our African heritage to the American people by way of fashion shows, being speakers at places, schools.
Meetings like you have one that is coming up very soon.
Coming up, yes.
Okay.
Especially now we have a meeting which is coming this coming Saturday, in which we are going to help one of our fellow Kenyans who has been in some kind of problems. She had some health problems and therefore she needs some help. Also, there is another incident which I'm supposed to be in. Let me go back, not an incident, but there is an occasion which is going to take place next Sunday on the 24th.
24th of September.
The 24th of September.
Yes.
It will be in Anderson Township, where there is going to be erected a pole of peace by the people of that area.
Like monument,
which
of
is
peace.
Which is a symbol of bringing peace together, and also to check things like hate crimes.
And that is the involvement of KCA
within the
communities
community,
around
yes.
here. How many members do you have? Is it a large organization or?
Initially, we started with about eight members, but now we've grown to about 20.
Okay.
And
still growing?
Yeah, it's still growing.
Okay.
Our membership fee is only $10 a month, which I think is very reasonable.
It is indeed.
Yeah, that's especially for the students to be able to afford that. Students don't have a lot of money, and I think $10 a membership. What is that? Monthly dues.
Monthly dues.
Yeah, that would be appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In our case, it's $10 for students and $20 for couple.
Oh, okay. And how do you communicate? How does the organization communicate with the community? Do you have a website, or how do you do that?
Our website is not ready. It is on
Which
the
is
process.
understandable. It's a new organization.
So
yes.
we're only there for 2 years.
Yes.
But we have an email which is info.kca
.org or
.org.
.org.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, once the website is fully developed and it's functional, we'll be able to people will be able to access to it and be able to learn, I guess, about your organization in a much broader sense.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you would like to add, Mr. Sombolay and Mr. John Genzi?
Yeah. I think what we need and what I have in mind is in the future, we need to bring all Africans together, irrespective of which country, because it has occurred to me that we hardly know each other. Only recently I found that we have about 200 Kenyans. And guess what?
We don't know. You don't know
don't
most
know
of them?
And consider we have about 200 Kenyans, and we have only 20 members in KCA, even though these 2 members know a lot of friends, so that in case there is something going on, if somebody needs help, we can all get together. But we need to do more than that. We need to be knowing people of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Botswana, Nigeria, Zimbabwe,
Ethiopia,
South Africa,
or African countries.
so that we can be a force. We always say that unity is power. And when there is not that unity, then we fall and we'll be very ineffective.
Okay.
We do have the same project, and we've been working at it for the past year or so, and that's, I just mentioned about the City Hall, and that's exactly what our intentions are. We will conduct a census, sort of trying to really study the case of the African community here in Cincinnati. We don't even know how many countries are represented in this metropolitan area. In other words, Kentucky, Cincinnati, and Indiana. For the tri-state, we've got to have a good 5,000, 10,000 people, if not. So somebody's got to be able to know
to
them
all these
and perhaps organize a sort of a Pan-African conference where we can showcase our culture. I saw just this summer they had, what did they call it? Family reunion, or the African-American family reunion. And the only Africans that you would see there were the street vendors. So I said to myself, well, what kind of a reunion is this here? So there's obviously an absence of the African presence there, and we're going to try to do it for next year. Everybody's going to have to be represented in there.
And the family reunion draws a lot of a crowd from all other cities.
Sir.
And
yes, sir.
Yeah, and with the organizations and getting involved in such events,
that is true.
It connects you with the other local communities.
That is right. And you see, to just have migrated to the United States, ending up here in Cincinnati, we see each other wherever we work. I see in this room, perhaps we've got 3 or 4 different countries, African countries. But we don't know where we are at. We don't know if we do actually exist. We just see that there is a figure here that probably might be from somewhere in North, East, West, or South Africa.
That's true.
But we should be able to get everybody around the table and talk about the problems of Africa. It is a beautiful continent. It is a huge continent, the second after Asia. And when we talk to some people here in this country, they refer to Africa as if it were a country.
Yes.
And we have to be able to send that message out there that it is a huge continent,
Yes.
A lot of culture, many languages, yet we the same people, we one people. And only if we united, we can achieve something, particularly peace, which is missing.
Do you have something to
Yeah,
say
I have something.
before we sum up?
Before we sum up, also, if we get us all together like that, it's going to be very beneficial to all of us. First, we need to be involved in entrepreneurship in this country, because we have seen Irish people, Germany, all kinds of people. They come here, they keep to their heritage, their culture, they get together, and they promote each other and form a lot of businesses. Why can't we do that?
That's right.
That's what we need.
That's a very good point.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen, and I appreciate your time, taking your time to come and talk to us this evening. And I'm sure you would be, when we invite you next time, you'll come back to us and
Yes,
talk
sir.
to us some more.
Thank you for having us.
And to the viewers, I would like to thank you, to the viewers and listeners tonight, and good night. Thank you.
This has been a production of Waycross Community Media, the Access Partnership of Forest Park, Green Hills, and Springfield Township. Opinions expressed are those of the program's participants and do not necessarily represent the Community Programming Board, volunteers and staff of the Waycross Media Center, the community governments, or the cable company. If you have questions regarding this program, or if you would like to participate in the activities of Waycross, call 825-2429 or write Waycross Community Media, 2086 Waycross Road,